Yep, go for it.
Hi everybody.
What up, dudes? How's it going? This is a heavier episode than we just recorded. Although we don't need to make it too heavy. Let's still keep it gomery.
Of course, that always happens.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay, should we do it?
I'm thirsty for this, so let's get there.
Hieti. Okay, let's do it.
Do you have a La Croix?
I don't know.
Oh man, here, I'll just take a sip of this. That'll tide me over for 20 minutes.
Let's do it quicker than that.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, click. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. You're listening to Overcoming Runner's Block, a Two Gomers podcast about regular people chasing big goals, facing their excuses and barriers, and inviting a nation along for the run. This is Block 33
I tore my gastrocnemius.
for June 10th, 2022.
Let me try it. I tore my calf muscle.
For June 10th, 2022. I like the other one better.
You do? Okay.
Let's title it I tore my calf muscle like on
Yeah.
the podcast
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then say that in the intro. Okay.
We could say feet gastrocnemius
Good idea.
and spell feet like F-E-E-T.
Yes. Great.
Just kidding. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to the 33rd block of Runner's Block. This is Anthony speaking. Oh, wait, of Overcoming Runner's Block?
Just say welcome everybody to Overcoming Runner's Block.
Okay. Did you say Overcoming Runner's Block at the top? I was wondering if this is this a Runner's Block episode, or is this you know what I mean? Or is it everything's Overcoming Runner's Block now?
Everything's
Okay,
Overcoming Runner's Block now.
All right, great. Welcome, everybody, to Runner's Block. This is
No,
Anthony speaking.
Overcoming Runner's Block.
Dang it, sorry.
Bloopers. This is going in after the credits.
Oh, crap. Welcome, everybody, to Overcoming Runner's Block. This is Anthony speaking, the one with a messed up gastrocnemius,
Eesh.
coming to you all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, with my friend Steven, all the way out in Flagstaff. With my friend Steven, all the way out. With my friend Steven, all the way out in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Jeez. We messed up like 20 times.
Here,
It's
just
a little
come in
behind the
normal.
scenes.
I'll
Okay.
edit. I'll edit.
Okay.
It's coming normal. I'll put it at the end.
Okay. Hey, dude.
What up, man?
Man, we got to get to the block quick. By the way,
Yeah,
see,
dude.
we told you people we were gonna still do blocks even with the rebranding.
We've got blocks. We've got overcoming tips.
Yep.
And even though this is a block, there's going to be tons of practical tips at the end.
For
on
sure.
How to deal with injuries.
Yep.
How to deal with, taking taking your thoughts captive when you get injured.
Yep.
Stuff like that. But I know right now we've got a race coming up. And you wanted to
it's
talk a
happened
little
already.
bit about heat. What?
This is coming out after the race happened, but
Oops.
we are recording this and the race is still coming up. So that's true.
Okay, yes. The race is 12 days away from right now.
Yep.
As of we
and I
record
think
this,
12
but this is
days
coming out
ago
later.
from
Okay.
when it comes out.
Jeez. Okay.
But we
All
had
right,
to
got it.
record this. Well, it's a triple record day for us. We're
Yes.
adding this record in because it's relevant
Mhm.
to our lives. This happens once in a while, right? We're just like, we have to record this one this week.
Yep.
So we're gonna get to that pretty quick, but I want to give you a little update
Okay.
on an episode we recorded 2 episodes ago about Run Walk Run.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to tell you, it's been going awesome. And this thing that we talked about control and regulation.
Yep.
So I just want to say 2 things. One, it's getting way hotter here in Flagstaff. I know there are other hotter places in the country right now, but if I wait too long and I'm running at like 8 or 8:30, it's already in the high 70s, full sun, hot.
Yeah.
And we mentioned this thing in the Run Walk Run episode that you can actually better control and regulate your body temperature with Run Walk Run.
Mm-hmm.
And it works.
Great.
It's amazing.
Huge news, dude. That's like, that opens up a whole new time where you can run.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like this block that is always there in the summer, late spring, summer, early fall. Like,
Yep.
nah, I'm not going to do it. Too hot.
Yep.
It's like just another habit or practice that's going to actually help us, I think, really overcome that runner's block. So that's been really cool. Also, I was sick. Stevie had a cold. Classic.
Oh man.
Piles of Kleenex next to my bed.
Yeah. I remember that from college. That's for sure.
I would come over to your house on North Orchard and just during allergy season.
Yep. Hey Steven. Hey, how's your allergies?
And I think your roommate Tony just hated me because I would just lay on your couch and just make a giant pile of used Kleenex next to me. Sorry.
Oh man. Yeah, dude. That was rough.
Anyways, classic Steven Kleenex situation. It was just an annoying long cold. But what I found was the Run Walk Run really helped me get out there when I was kind of at the tail end of that sickness, because it just didn't completely knock me out for the day if I wanted to go for a run. So it also helped me regulate and control my like recovery back into running. So
that's great.
It's just kind of nice. You record a whole episode about this stuff. You do a lot of research. It's just nice that it actually works in the real world.
It's huge, dude. And I was doing it and loving it. And I was like, this is a game changer. Even though, like we said in the episode, we've already been doing this for years, just unofficially or unsystematically.
Yeah.
And then like feeling bad about it.
Right.
Feeling guilty about it.
I mean, that was interesting that came out in the episode, that it was like,
yeah,
should I feel bad about this? And then I think we got to the end of it like, no, you actually feel good about it.
It's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a tool. It's another tool in your tool belt.
Yep.
You know?
For sure. Yeah. So you mentioned that you were doing great. I think we need to go right into the block because we got to talk this out.
Let's do it, dude.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's clap.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Do it one more time. You were like way delayed.
Was I? Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, that was better.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, how's it going over there? Heard you got some sort of problem with your inconvenient shell called your body. Is it tennis leg? I heard some people call when you tear your gastrocnemius, it's tennis leg. This is Dr. Knudsen here.
Shouldn't he know that? I think Dr. Knudsen should know. I guess I don't know what kind of doctor is Dr. Knudsen? I wonder if he's a calf doctor. Not like a cow.
We need to find out from Chad what kind of doctor he is. You're right.
Chad.
The Chad.
What kind of doctor is Dr. Knudsen? What are you drinking there? It looks like a Spindrift.
So I got a Spindrift. These were BOGO. And I got the mango orange. First sip. Tasty. Yeah. It says now with more mango.
Oh, great.
Yeah, this is good, dude.
Yum. So this is the part of the episode where I ask Anthony what he's drinking and then also tell you that there are people working on my kitchen and there will be banging through this entire episode.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Right. No leaf blowers on my end.
Nope. It's me this time. And I think I only have 6 weeks left of this.
Man, dude. But, dude, that's going to be great.
Yes. 2 weeks without a kitchen. And we're no fridge bros right now, right? Your fridge broke.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me mention that real quick.
Yeah.
2 things happened this week that sucked. One was that I tore my calf muscle, and
Yeah.
we're going to talk about that here.
Yep.
The other one was I got up a couple days ago and went downstairs, and the
Mhm.
fridge was at 60 degrees. Like, it's got a little thing that
Yeah.
says like what the temperature is.
Yep.
And you're like, wait, we have it set at like 36.
Yeah.
I think is what we keep it at. It's like,
Okay.
that's not cool.
Mm-mm. Well, it is.
So
It literally.
whoa.
Wait.
Dang.
Can I just? When I turned 40, this is the. Now we are on a tangent. Sorry. When I
That's
turned
okay.
40, I said I don't care anymore about grammar.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Survivor has changed that. I have never heard people say the word literally so much than I have in this season of Survivor. And it's not
Sure.
even that it's used incorrectly. It's just that it's used. It is used incorrectly in that they're not saying this thing that I'm about to say is normally figurative and now it's literal. And
Right.
so I was laying in bed with Jessica a couple nights ago and I said, I think to survive this, but I'm just going to have to release the fact that literally means anything.
So like, yeah, you're literally between a rock and a hard place.
That is not how people use it. And they also it used to bug me that people said like, I see literally everything. And it's like, no, you're using that wrong. Now people say, I literally just did that. What you mean is you honestly did, or you seriously did, or I literally went to the store. You can't go to the store figuratively. and I mean, there was this one scene in Survivor where this girl said it 12 times.
Literally.
Just as like a buffer. And I was telling Jessica, I need to release this. It doesn't mean anything anymore. That word doesn't mean anything more. I just have to embrace that. Okay. Anyways, now I can't remember what I'm talking about. Oh, you used it correctly just now.
Oh, good.
Oh no, we made a funny joke just now about how it literally was not cool. Okay, great.
My refrigerator literally isn't cool.
Okay, great.
Like,
proper usage of it.
Our vacuum cleaner literally sucks.
You're making me feel really good right now.
Yeah, and so Aaron was like, there's like those times that you just remember your spouse like saying something that like led to a series of events.
Sure.
So like I remember when I came home in New York to our apartment, our first year of marriage, and Aaron was like, there's something living in our apartment. And then she was like, look at these, like we had like some Martin's rolls or something like potato rolls,
Yeah.
Or no, probably Hawaiian rolls.
Oh yeah.
She's like, something ate into those.
Yeah.
And there's a big hole in it. And and then we lifted up like our stove, like our gas stove, you could lift up the top of it. Now there's like little brown little
pieces of poop.
Literally. Wait, no, shoot. Okay, I couldn't think of a good one right there. And so I remember that, and then that led to a series of events of we have mice.
Yep. Yuck.
And so this was like one of those. Aaron was like, our refrigerator literally is not cold.
Cool. I hope she didn't say that.
No, she didn't.
Our
like,
fridge is not working.
I'm pretty sure our fridge isn't working. And I was like, boo, dang it. You guys have had a number of these lately.
Yes. And so then you came down the stairs and it wasn't. It was 60 degrees broken.
Yep. And all of our food is 60 and it's been that way. And I'm like, oh, crap. So basically, I go to Home Depot.
Yeah.
This story is getting too long. I went to Home Depot. Refrigerators are sold out for like weeks. And so then I texted one of my friends that knows a repairman, and he was like, dude, I know a great repairman. He can be there. And I called that guy from Home Depot, and he met me an hour later, and he fixed our fridge.
He did?
Yeah.
Wow. This is amazing news.
Yeah, dude. So it was just a fan. Like, so he had to like. So what I had to do is I literally.
Okay, let's see if he's using this correctly. You
No, I'm
literally
not.
did what?
Okay, I literally took everything out of the fridge.
Okay,
But you can't do that figuratively.
that sort of works. Yeah, I guess so. You can't do that
Literally bought
figuratively.
our fridge. Literally bought the farm. We had thought.
No, it didn't.
No.
It didn't literally buy the
Dang
farm. Dang it. Sorry,
Dang
everybody.
it. Okay, but I had to take everything out of the fridge.
Yeah,
And
you took a picture of it for me. Thank you.
I took a picture. Oh no, I didn't take a picture of this.
Oh, okay.
This is, when you like the stuff you have in the back of your fridge, and we try to keep this stuff clean.
Yeah.
But I don't care unless you're like uber clean. There's a yogurt in the
Some
back
sort of
or-
something in a Tupperware thing where you're like, how
Yeah.
long's this been here? Yeah, for sure.
So I took everything out while the guy waited,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got his shop vac and this thing to like thaw stuff and this thing
Yeah.
to like take it apart. So we threw away almost everything because
Yeah,
at that
that's a
point
bummer.
it was awful. So
Yeah.
there's a few $100 lost, but he fixed the fan. He he thawed out the thing or whatever, and
Wow, that's amazing. I'm over the moon. This is the great end of the story. Besides the fact that we can't be no fridge bros anymore.
I know. I'm sorry, dude.
It's okay.
But
I'm happy for you. Very happy for you because it sucks.
I know. I have a recipe for you guys.
Great.
I have a no fridge recipe that I'm actually
Love it.
making right now.
Okay.
So let's talk about that maybe
we
later.
we have a college size fridge going right now, and then our big fridge works sort of, and so it's
Okay.
very untrustworthy and just a
Aw.
disaster like everything else. Anyways, we said we were
Aw.
going to get right into the block. That was 10 minutes ago.
Dang it.
Then we
Well-
talked fridges and I went on a rant about literally. But let's talk about, you text me and you're like, dude, I hurt my leg. I think the text said, I hurt my leg this morning. I heard something snap.
Pop, I think.
Pop.
What I
That's
said.
it. Yep. Pop.
My
And I was like, yuck, that does not sound good.
No. Okay, so the point with the fridge
Uh-huh.
is just like your leg.
Here we go.
You only think about it when it doesn't work.
So good, dude. I agree with you completely. You don't miss, isn't there a phrase here? Like, you don't miss it until it's gone. That's not quite right. But I know
Yeah.
what you mean, right? Like, legs are just legs.
Yeah, it's
Everybody's
just
got
your leg.
legs.
You're not walking around thinking about your gastrocnemius and your there's two muscles. Yeah, your gastrocnemius and your soleus.
No.
You're not like, oh, those pull on the Achilles heel and it goes to the heel and it connects to the bulb
Yeah.
and it connects to the metatarsals,
You don't
and
think
I'm gonna
about that.
flap them all over the place and walk.
Yeah.
Right? You're not
Mm-mm.
thinking about your that. Just
It
like
just
you're not thinking of
is.
it. Just is your leg right now. They are.
They're doing a great
Right?
job being.
They literally move
Mhm.
you everywhere you go.
Okay.
Right?
You don't have to say literally there.
Yeah, you're right. So that's the problem. It's like we're living in a culture now that like doesn't say things honestly and directly. So you
Yeah.
have to add a qualifier to everything so that you actually meant it.
Right. My
Like, I
my
gave you the
problem
thing.
is millennials and Gen Z use literally when they mean honestly. I'm honestly saying this to you, or I'm being seriously, or you wouldn't
Oh.
believe this just happened to me.
Like I
Um,
really mean this.
I really
literally
mean this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry, I'm such a grump today.
That's all good. It's all good.
I love this concept of the fridge is, and then when it's gone, you're like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, totally. You're like, wait. Like, actually, what I did, dude,
Mhm.
I grabbed because it was so we know it worked at night.
Yeah.
Same with my leg. Okay. This is a night and morning thing.
Yeah.
We knew that the fridge worked at night. When we got up,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't working. So
Yeah.
I grabbed a cooler
Yep.
and threw all of our expensive cheese in it.
Okay. Good plan.
It's like, we can't lose this Wisconsin cheese.
No.
Like
You got to have your priorities.
we literally can't buy that here.
Okay. I understand that. Right? You go to Woodman's in Madison and it's just miles of cheese.
Totally. Yeah, go to Brennan's. That farmer cheese with basil
Doesn't exist elsewhere. You got to save that if your fridge goes out. And then like by the evening you had it back, but I'm sure like, or did you go a couple days without the fridge?
No, we noticed it at 6 a.m. Got the cheese out.
Yeah.
And that's like in the deep center of the fridge, right above the freezer. So that actually was still cold. Okay. But like the sloppy joes that I had made, that meat was like flaccid.
Yeah,
and,
you're not gonna rescue those sloppies.
No, dude, sick.
Yeah. So how long did you go without a fridge?
Oh, like I said, like that day. It was fixed by like 6 p.m. I'm sorry, dude.
No. But listen, I couldn't be happier that your fridge is back.
Okay. It literally wasn't even that big a deal.
I won't say anything about that literally, and I also say that the fact that we have and this is going to be our Patreon special, I've decided, because Anthony and I swap off now for our 6.2 Patreon bonus app.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm going to do Royal Rumble small appliance division.
That rocks.
Where we talk about the Instapot, the air fryer, the grill, and the blender, which is the best small appliance. So we've been leaning heavily on all these stupid things. So I don't have a range. I don't have an oven. I don't have a fridge. We don't have a dishwasher.
Ooh.
Right now. And I tell you, when you told me you don't have a fridge anymore, I was like, I feel your pain.
Yep.
You don't notice how good you have it until it's gone. And I think that's the point you're making about your calf muscle, which popped, I guess, that morning. Or did your knee pop? What popped?
No. Okay, so we're past the fridge. That sucked. But that's an analogy that anybody could get. Just like they could probably understand an analogy if your leg not working, actually.
Sure.
So probably didn't really need that at all.
But you got it anyway.
Yep. So I'm just walking to work, doing my normal thing.
Yeah.
And I I'm like walking like at a decent clip. Like I walk sort of fast, especially when I'm carrying my instrument, just like to get to work, right? And I like turn a corner, and dude, I just hear like pop.
Ugh.
Like
you heard it audibly in your ears.
I don't know if I heard it. I felt it.
Yeah, I bet you heard it too.
I thought of Annie. Because she talked about this in her episode.
Yep.
And then immediately can't walk. Like immediately
can't even put any weight on it.
Immediately my right leg, like my left leg's fine, but immediately my right leg is like it's dead, and it kind of felt like something bit me, like Forrest Gump, sure. Like because I was actually talking to a friend just earlier today, and she had this exact same thing happen, and she was walking around her house and she saw a snake.
Okay.
And she like ran.
Okay.
And immediately she tore her calf muscle.
So you weren't running from a snake. You were you were just
going to work.
Walking to work.
I mean, honestly, I was moving. Like I wasn't running, but I'm carrying stuff.
Right.
I think I pivoted around to turn a corner.
Well, I wonder if that's it. Like if you're turning or pivoting.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot with like landing on your leg wrong or just like who even knows.
Yep.
And so you heard a pop. So that's why I thought when you told me about it was your ankle or your knee.
Dude, totally. So this would go into I'm just gonna drop like a practical tip in here because so I'm walking into work and I still have to work. And luckily my work is sitting. Like I sit and play music. So, dude, I like took everything I had of my like brain and I was like, get up those 2 flights of stairs,
Ugh.
uh, and like get your bassoon out and
Uh-huh.
just play.
Are you like
I
hobbling around at this point? Like,
oh,
how did you get up two
100% like,
flights of stairs?
well, I mean it's like 2 like half flights.
Yeah, still.
So I'm holding my leg with like my right arm and I've got my bassoon and then my messenger bag and I'm like, oh, oh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like just like that. And then this really sweet violinist in our orchestra saw me and I was like, I think I just broke something.
Mm.
She's like, oh my gosh, can I help you out? And so like I got on stage, plopped my butt down, and then I just basically I played a 2-hour rehearsal, like really freaking out.
What now? Were you in pain when you were sitting also, or is it
Nope.
just when you
So
were
like
putting?
that. So that was. So that's like the good thing about this is like unless I'm putting any pressure on it, it
Yeah.
didn't like hurt.
Okay. And I
But
think
if I
that's a
like,
good thing because if you had
yes,
broken something, it doesn't matter if you're
yes,
putting weight on it or not. It's going to be
oh
screaming
for
in
sure,
pain. Yeah.
for sure. If I had broken a bone or
Popped
any
something
of the
out of
other,
a socket, you would have felt
oh
that
yeah,
no matter what. Yeah.
but still it was like so tight that you couldn't move it
Mm.
and it hurt really really bad.
Ugh.
And
Yeah. Okay.
like when my friend described it to her husband when she went in and
Yeah.
she told him about the snake and he's like maybe it bit you,
Okay. Yep.
which was then she was like, okay, that's
Well, that reminds me of when I had metatarsalgia and I thought a spider had bitten my foot.
right.
Because you're just like,
Yeah,
what is this? And your brain is going in all sorts of weird places.
totally.
Yeah.
So
Something bit me.
something bit me. So I'm sitting in rehearsal and basically the whole I had 2 Aleve
Mm-hmm.
like in my bag and I popped those because I was like
Yeah.
I need to do something.
Right.
Um, and so I played the rehearsal, but the whole time I was like, what is wrong? Because
Yeah.
clearly something's wrong.
Yeah.
And so that would be my like my first tip that I wish I could have told myself is do the best you can to like take your thoughts captive,
Mm.
breathe,
Mm-hmm.
because I honestly I almost like panicked.
What's going through your head at that point? Like, have I done permanent damage to myself?
Yes,
Like,
that's
okay.
what it was. I was like, I love running. I love walking
Oh
indie.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what's gonna happen if I can't do those things ever again? You know, like those are the kind of things that race through your head, like
Well, and your
super fast.
walking has become like, I mean, talk about like keystone habits,
Oh yeah,
right?
I
That
mean,
has like
yeah,
been your thing the past couple years.
yeah. It's 2 to 3 miles a day is like part of what keeps me sane, keeps me connected to God, keeps me with indie. It's where
And
I
so
do my
your
praise
brain
to
is saying that's
go.
gone right now.
Totally.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah. All that
Yep.
was like, yeah. So yeah. So anyways, I left
Mm-hmm.
and I went straight to our like urgent care
Right.
and I got to meet with an awesome doctor and so he like checked me out, asked me
Mm-hmm.
tons of questions, like he like felt a bunch of things, had me move in a bunch of different ways
Yeah.
and he was like do this and he's like okay, good. It's not your like Achilles
Okay.
tendon.
That's great.
So like when he said that I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Now, clearly, if anybody's listening to this and has had any of those injuries, they know those are way worse.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, so, yeah, but when it's happening to you, you don't really know,
No, no way.
you know?
And you
So,
and
like,
you tend to think the worst when you're in pain and you
totally.
really value walking around and running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he like checked the top, like he would like touch here and massage here and be like,
Mm-hmm.
does that hurt? I'd be like, nope. How about this?
Okay.
Nope. How about this? Nope. And then it's like, how about this? And I was like, yo!
Yes.
Like, yes. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
like for example, like okay, do you ever take your shoes off by like this isn't the best way to take your shoes off, but like put your left foot behind your right foot
Sure.
and like pull up on your like pull your foot out of your right shoe.
Yeah. Yep.
You
That's
know what I
probably
mean?
how I mostly take my shoes off.
Well, I think you're supposed to technically untie them so you don't stretch them out.
I am the worst untire.
Yeah.
I am so, I mean, true Gomer confession. If I don't have to untie, I don't.
Yep.
And that's not good for running shoes. Sorry, everybody.
I know. Remember, Amber got on us about that like 12
Yes,
years ago.
I still remember that.
I've done
Sorry.
better actually. But
Okay,
anyways,
that's good.
like, so let's see if this works. I literally couldn't do that.
You don't have to say literally there.
Okay, so basically, I couldn't do that.
Yes,
It added emphasis.
that's true. Yep. Now, this is also my kind of writer coming out where
Yeah,
adjectives and adverbs are usually not needed.
sure.
Like, actually, I think it packs more of a punch for you to say, and I couldn't do it than I literally
Now
could.
it does.
Yeah.
Like, is it possible that it said so much that now when you actually say it,
It's anything's possible. But you couldn't take your shoe off with your other foot.
right? Like,
Wow.
so I could only do it. So this happened 8 days ago. I can do it now today,
Okay.
for example. So like
Great news.
that would be the muscle. Like stairs were hard.
Ugh.
Like driving was
Oh,
like
no.
super friggin' hard.
Oh, dear.
So like
So
I
you
had
couldn't
to
even
like
take a
hold-
nice leisurely drive.
No, dude. So like because that's your right leg.
Ugh.
So like driving to the urgent care was like super hurt.
You're
You know, I
you're
probably-
immobile in all sorts of ways.
Yeah. So basically, he gave me a treatment plan,
Mm-hmm.
which was like basically stay off your feet for the next week as much as you possibly can.
Okay.
And here's some pain killing medication. Here's
Mhm.
some muscle relaxant medication.
Yeah.
And come back in about a week or two. Well, come back in a week if it hasn't gotten better. Well, come back
Right.
soon if it hasn't gotten better.
Yeah.
And if it's not like a lot better in a week to 2 weeks, then like we'll do an MRI, we'll do all this stuff. So I'm 8 days into it and it's feeling a lot better.
Doing any icing, are you? Icing?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So you get here's what we got. RICE.
Rice.
Okay, that's the acronym.
Ooh, baby. Let's hear it.
So rest,
Uh-huh.
ice,
Uh-huh.
compression, elevation.
Compression, like a compression sock?
Yes. So he basically wrapped my leg super tight with this like ace bandage
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and was basically like, take this off and then put it back on. And he gave me a couple more.
Yeah.
So I have it wrapped super tight. So like my leg is like, it's not a cast, but it's like super tight.
Okay.
So it helps with inflammation, stuff like that.
Do you replace
helps-
that?
Yes.
Or do you just have
totally.
it? Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So take it off,
Mhm.
like, and ice it.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of ice, not heat.
Okay.
Lots of rest, and elevate your leg. So it's like above your heart. So like when I would like lay down in bed, like put pillows under there.
Okay. That's
Um,
kind of fun.
Yep. So he said, do not, this is actually according to the Cleveland Clinic, apply heat, massage, or walk or exercise or perform physical activity.
So it's telling you not to do the thing that you most want to do, which is walk on it and run on it. Because
Totally, dude.
even though it's past now, in May, which is when we're recording this right now, we're training for a race that we made up and invited people to.
Dang it. It just makes me so mad, honestly, because like I just had a lot of different emotions because like, dude, I was like doing great.
Yeah.
I was loving the run, walk, run, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna love the run, walk, run. And honestly, I didn't take as seriously when we talked about one of the main benefits to run, walk, run is it's gonna allow you to run without injury until you're 100.
Yeah.
Like I have had a paradigm shift, bro,
Mm.
with
Mhm.
this. This is a refrigerator level shift. Like nuke the fridge. Like
Yes. It's so I've never injured a muscle. This is because all this rice stuff is pretty interesting to me.
Yep.
I've injured bones, I've broken bones,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I've had a lot of tendon issues. So my whole knee thing, I guess it was in 2016. Yeah,
Mm.
it was around the election 2016.
Oh,
That's how I
geez.
measure time. That was big time knee tendon stuff that took me out for months.
Yep.
And there was actually heat involved in that and like lasers and stuff. Uh,
Mm.
so the muscle injury stuff is really interesting to me, but I think the thing that we can really connect over is the paradigm shift that comes when you're injured.
Totally. Like it. So for run walk run for pace for all that stuff, it has
Yeah.
literally made me be like, who cares?
Yep. Sure.
Like we've already said that a bunch of times, but I have a totally different feeling about that now. I'm like, dude, I want to be able to run
Yep.
until I'm 100.
Yes.
And that's something like when something so simple as like your leg is taken out even for a couple of weeks,
Mm-hmm.
you're like, dang, I am so grateful for like the simple act of like walking. Like, remember I told you I saw one of my friends walking their dog and I was like, you jerk.
Well, yeah. So I was just gonna say it makes one grateful,
Yeah.
but it sounds like both of us can go to like, I mean, when I've been injured and I see somebody running, I get mad.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You
what I
have
felt. I
no
was like,
idea how good it is. What the frick is your excuse usually? So I like get mad at myself
right.
of being such like a "Ugh," when I'm
Yeah.
healthy and can
Right.
run. "Ugh, I don't wanna." But I'm
Yep.
also like, and this is not good. It's another true Gomer confession where I'm like, you can walk? Ugh, must be nice.
Yeah. Wow. Good for you walking your dog. Look at you. Or like, wow, your food is cold in your fridge.
You can make scrambled eggs. Must be nice.
Right. Like how much would you like to just like throw a little bit of butter in a pan and just scramble some eggs?
Or like put dishes into a machine that washes dishes
Ah,
for you.
yep.
Must be nice. Just kidding. I think that this is probably exaggerating what it feels like, but you're right. There's like all sorts of complex feelings that come when you're injured.
Yep.
And at the best of it, it's gratefulness for when you're not
Yeah.
injured. And I think at the worst of it is frustration, anger, bitterness.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, yeah,
I don't
like
know,
I
other
guess
lots of other stuff.
yeah, I guess it made me sad and mad. But like the
Mm,
great like it also made me I guess it made me grateful for future what's gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
I guess it didn't make me like great. I wasn't grateful. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm injured. I didn't mean it like that.
No.
But
I
like,
didn't. I didn't hear it that way. You're grateful. It makes you grateful for when you're not.
yes. So I was like, I want to run till I'm 100,
Yeah.
and I don't want this to be a thing.
Mm,
Um, and so like, let's listen to what the doctor had to say. Let's
yep.
do what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Take it as easy as possible.
Yeah.
Um, it just like the other thing, and this okay. So let me read this from the Cleveland Clinic. Okay,
Okay.
it says a torn calf muscle is a painful injury in the muscles behind your shin bone. Athletes and people over 40 are especially prone to this type of muscle injury. That is from the Cleveland Clinic. And so you and I were talking about this too, like there's this whole like age and like aging thing too.
Yeah. Yep.
So like, I still had to work.
Mm-hmm.
That was a Wednesday, so I still had to work Thursday and Saturday. Friday we had off, I think. I think we had Friday off.
So
But
you
I
could
still had to
rest a little
work.
bit that day. Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was. But I still had a concert Saturday night, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not gonna call in sick over this,
No.
because I don't want to inconvenience my section, all that stuff, and I'm ready to go with this stuff, and
And you can do it right because, like you said, you're sitting, and
totally
it's
just
your fingers and your embouchure and all that stuff and your lungs
right.
that are kind of the money makers. But
Yeah,
it's
I
still
just
hard to probably walk in there.
oh yeah, so like dude, so this is where like I felt I'm just gonna be totally honest because people know us.
Yeah.
I was like, I was kind of embarrassed,
Uh-huh.
like,
Yeah.
because now you can witness, or you've been there now.
Mm-hmm.
The parking garage is like a tenth of a mile down, and then I would like limp real bad.
Mm-hmm.
With
When
like a
nobody's looking,
suit.
you mean? You're limping real bad.
It was really bad because you can
Yeah.
put a little bit of weight on it, but like if you stepped on it in a certain way, or
Yep.
it's just not good. And so I would do that for like a minute and then like stop and rest. And my back
Yeah.
started hurting and my hips were hurting because like you're walking in like a really, you're
Mm-hmm.
using, a different thing
Yeah.
than normal. And I had this like, I don't know. I felt like I was like 80 or something.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, I hope, what I'm not trying to,
No, I
I don't know.
completely understand. I mean, I had you re-listen to that episode that we recorded
Yeah.
September 2020 called "The Inconvenient Shell,"
Mm-hmm.
where when I got hurt with that metatarsalgia, laid down on my bed and cried about getting old,
Yep.
about another, like, that was my third injury that year.
Yep.
Like, why don't you even tell us? Like,
Right.
I mean, serious, like, moments of depression during that time. And
Mm-hmm.
it's connected to a lot of the things that you're saying, but it is connected to, yeah, it's connected to aging. I felt so old.
That's what it was. Is like
Yeah.
even in that article, it's like, yep, when you hit 40, stuff like this starts to happen.
It's just a matter of time before I tear my whatever the word is.
Yeah.
Calf, whatever the fancy word of it is.
Gastrocnemius.
Yeah. It's probably in my future because that article said so, and I don't doubt it. When you get
Yep.
older, you start getting injured in different ways.
Just stuff starts to happen. Like
Yeah.
one of my colleagues, there so many he has like some back issues. And
Mhm.
actually my dad has had tons of back issues and
Sure.
neck issues, right?
Yeah.
I just remember he would just like, Anthony, don't get old, dude. Don't get.
Great
And I'm like,
advice.
I'll try not to, dude. Like,
Okay.
okay. So this was just one of those.
Yeah.
Let me say two other things that bum me out, and then let's get into some practical tips.
Okay, great. I mean, not
Um,
great, but I look forward to hearing.
Yeah. Okay, my streak on my Apple Watch.
Oh no. Oh no. This one hurt my heart because I've been living vicariously through you.
I know. I was in the 490s, right? 490
490
days of
something day. Yeah.
all 3 rings being closed on the Apple Watch. And I was like, I wonder when this is going to break.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Certainly not right before I hit 500.
yeah. So it was 498, bro.
Oh my gosh. I almost fainted. And this must be twice as hard for you as it is for me. You can't run 6.15 miles. You have to get to that 6.2, right? And then when you get there,
Yep.
you have to get to the Unkar plot.
0.33, 0.35 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know. So I made it to 498, which honestly, dude, I am totally let that go. And it kind of feels good now because there have been many days in the last week where I didn't even put my watch on.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Untethered.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I kind of think now I'm done with the streak thing.
Okay.
Like, it's still an atomic habit.
Yep.
100% still an atomic habit. I can't walk a mile right now.
Right.
It like I walked to Isla's school for the award ceremony, and it like I was hurting afterwards.
Can
But
I
I'm
just
like,
say
I'm not-
something real quick about closing rings atomic habit?
Yep.
Closing my rings is an atomic habit of mine in my Clear Habit journal.
Mm-hmm.
In April, I missed 2 days of closing
Yep.
my rings, but that doesn't mean it stops being an atomic habit, right?
Yeah.
That means
Yep.
I got 28. Is that right? Is that there's how many days in the month in April? 30, 31? Yeah. That means I got 28.
Yep.
And I don't just be like, nah, forget it then. It's still a streak for me because it's still
Yes.
a part of my life.
That's
I
huge.
mean, it my Apple Watch disagrees with me because it doesn't tell me it's a streak, but it still is an atomic habit. It's okay if you miss a day or two and have
Yes.
to untether.
You know what's actually the Bible app
Yeah.
has those streaks, right?
Yep.
And it actually, if you go on it a certain amount of times in a week,
Okay.
it counts that in the weeks.
Now that's pretty great. I wish that Apple Rings would do that.
Yeah, I actually think that's really cool. So like, if I go to that, like
Mhm.
my streak right now is 12 days. I'm not a good Christian. Dang it.
Oh no. Just kidding.
um,
It's fine.
I like my paper Bible.
Sure.
But I open this app almost every day to look
Uh-huh.
something up or to,
Right.
and my weeks are 161.
Okay. See,
So
I
that's
really
like-
like that weeks thing. This could be huge if
Isn't-
if the Rings would do that.
That's kind of cool, right?
Like you can make a weekly streak where you close it 5 times a week.
Yeah.
That would be rad. I love that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's kind of cool. So we can even stick with atomic habits like that. Okay. Last thing that super bummed me out.
Yeah.
I was supposed to serve at a conference at our church on Friday.
I was wondering. I was seeing that all over my Instagram.
Mm-hmm. And did you see who was there?
Yeah, Martin Smith.
Dude.
Wow. Sorry, bro.
So
From
I was
Delirious,
gonna
right?
from Delirious, man.
One of our favorite 90s Christian bands.
Yeah, dude.
Delirious
Um,
question mark.
Delirious question mark. I mean, you can't even say how influential and important they were, not only for our lives, but like
Yeah.
for modern worship. So now he did end up coming to the 5 at church, and I hobbled into that.
The
So I
5,
still got
what's that?
That's like the 5 p.m.
I see.
Sunday
Okay.
night, Sunday at 5.
You made it to that one.
I did, and
Hobbling
bro,
in. This
hobbled in.
Anthony, this old man hobbling in.
Here comes the old man that was supposed to serve at church this morning.
They're probably like, wow, we're
And-
getting really generationally diverse. Look at this super old man hobbling in.
Wow, neat. How did you age by 25 years in a weekend?
Wow.
But
I'm
so I
glad you got
danced
to
upon
go, but that
Injustice.
must have been a big loss to not go to that conference. That
Yeah.
sucks.
It was just a bummer. I had FOMO.
Yeah.
That was all. But I danced upon Injustice on one leg. I mean,
You only
dude,
need
bro,
one leg to dance upon injustice.
bro, he opened up though with Mountains Tremble, with
Woo!
like, I can't tell you how incredible it sounded.
Did he have a didgeridoo?
He did not have a didgeridoo, but dude, when he starts preaching,
Yeah.
like that voice.
He's from New Zealand, Australia. Where is he from?
He's England.
Yeah, okay.
London,
Yeah.
Cockney or something.
Mm-hmm. Him and Michael Caine probably get along.
Him and Michael, yeah,
Can we do some
Yep.
tips? I've got
Yep,
some
let's do it.
tips. I don't know if you
Great.
have any.
I do. But
you
go
you
ahead.
had mentioned kind of your hips also going out, your back also going out because of that of the calf injury.
Yeah.
I really remember that clearly. When I've gotten injured before, is it throws my whole body off.
Right.
And the best thing I ever did after an injury is go to physical therapy because
Mm.
they can take care of, they know about all that stuff. And the super handsome physical therapists I've been to
Right.
just
Yep.
know exactly what's off because of the one injury. And so I think there has been a danger for me that I'm like, oh, my foot feels better. And then I
Right.
actually kind of suffer for that injury in other places for a while. And so my
Mhm.
top tip is if you get injured and physical therapy is an option for you, go and do like
Yes.
and trust them and do all the weird bonkers exercises they have you do that you feel like an
Yes.
idiot doing, and it actually works.
100%, dude. Aaron will not let me
Not
live if I
go.
don't do this.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. I'm
Like-
glad.
Yeah. So I'm hopefully going to start that early next week.
Awesome.
Because like I don't like I said, like my leg is feels quite a bit better.
Yeah.
My back and hips now feel wonky because of the off kilter way of movement.
Yep.
And dude, I can't be having that.
No, and it's this thing about like if we want to keep running till we're 100,
Mm-hmm.
I think actually the run walk run is going to be super huge for that. But we just also have to know ourselves, know thyself, right? A little bit more
Yep.
at your physical body, and trust experts so that you can get there.
Totally.
So that's my first one, physical therapy. My second one was still stay active if you can. Can you swim?
Yes. So started that today, actually.
Oh, wow. Great.
Yeah. So
I was wondering.
totally. So our pool is open.
Ooh.
And I've got all my stuff now, like super gently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like not doing massive kicking and stuff like that, but
No.
keep the arms moving, keep the back moving. You know, like I'm not super great at kicking anyways.
Right.
Like remember how our
Yes, I
legs
do.
just sort of dangle?
And I swam the other day and there was a lot of dangling.
Yeah. Where did you swim at?
We have this because we're part of this HOA.
Yep.
We have a pool that we can drive to. And
That's
so I drove
awesome.
there the other morning and I swam some laps. And dude, I lasted like 6 laps. And I was like, how did we do this
Yeah.
without dying? I'm amazed. But that's
Yeah.
when I thought of it. I was like, oh, I wonder if Anthony can swim right now. That's cool that you
Yes.
did. Yeah.
Totally. So swimming,
Uh-huh.
cycling I can't do yet.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know that'll be low impact and super helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, actually pivot to another exercise was one of my tips too.
Yeah.
My first tip actually was go to the doctor.
Yep.
Because
Great.
when I listened to that episode back, the one that you sent me,
Mm-hmm.
the inconvenient shell,
Yep.
you said you were like Googling it and
I
stuff.
did Google it a lot, and then finally I went to the doctor. But you're right, you can't just Google.
Right. Like I'm really glad I went straight. And yours
That day
like
you
crept,
were in there.
Yeah, like yours like crept up though. You like
Yeah.
thought maybe it's a bug bite. So it was different. This was like pop, what the frick.
I'm pretty sure if I couldn't walk like you, I actually would
Yep.
have gone. I would have done
Yeah,
the
you-
same thing that day,
yeah,
doctor. But not everybody does.
Yeah, like like I think sometimes we just think mind over matter, like, oh, it'll heal
Yep.
itself.
Mm-hmm.
And ooh, by the way, we're finishing, well, we're like 2/3 of the way through Harry Potter 5.
Uh-huh.
And I love how the witch, not the magical doctors are called healers, not doctors.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I like
I
that.
love that.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yep.
like the Muggles call them doctors, but we call them healers. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
that's
just thought
pretty
that
cool.
was super cool.
Yep. So trust your healer.
So trust your healer, and we know the healer. Hello,
Yep.
preach. Now we've been like hitting it hard this last month. I've been doing a lot of miles, and
Mm-hmm.
also just in our family, it's just been
Mhm.
one of those like push to the finish line.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like that was actually one of those weeks that was like I don't even know like where we're gonna find time to do our normal stuff.
Yeah.
And dude, sometimes I think our body is saying something when stuff
Yeah.
like this. It's like you gotta take a break, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you.
So,
That might sound weird to some people, but I do think, and we talk about this a lot, about how you are your body,
Yep,
right? Mind,
you have a
spirit,
body.
mentality.
You are a body.
You
Yep.
are your body.
Mhm.
And I do think sometimes bodies can be like, okay, that's enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm going to take you out right now because
Yep, like
you're
a-
not going to do it yourself.
Like a forced Sabbath or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I guess that would be another tip for me is like listen to your body. And I think
Mhm.
Annie said that too on the
Yeah,
injury
she did.
episode.
Yep.
Was like listen to your body. It's probably saying something if clearly you can't step on your foot because it hurts like crazy.
Yeah.
And then just my last tip is, and this is what I'm actually kind of just talking to myself right now, is don't go back too soon lest you injure yourself again and maybe worse.
Right. Yep. And that's another case of listening to your doctor and knowing yourself.
Yep.
Like this combination of listening to the experts and actually, if you're still in pain, You
Mhm.
don't push it,
Right.
and you're just okay with that. So, I mean, I think that it was really sad for you, I know, but also for me that this happened during May.
Dang
But
it.
never once did I think, just suck it up.
Suck it up, dude.
Because
Take
I
some
know
whatever. Yeah.
if you run on that thing when you're in pain, nothing good is going to come out of that.
Nope.
So you got to rest and time it out right.
Yeah, dude.
Go back when you're ready.
Yep. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I've never been more pumped to get
Mm.
back.
Yep.
And I don't know. It's kind of amazing that we did the Run Walk Run episode right before this.
Yeah, it is, because I think that's actually going to help you recover
Yep.
more healthily.
Yeah.
It's going to be a smarter recovery for you because of that.
Yeah. It feels like a real pivot point for me. So,
Amazing.
yep.
All right, dude. Well, we want to hear from you, listener. Do you have any tips that we missed? Is anybody out there injured? We'd like to commiserate with you right now. There's a lot of ways to contact us. The best way is just go to our Instagram, Two Gomers, and in our what's it called? Bio is our new
Yep.
link tree. That's a link to all of our different links. You can also find our link tree in the description of this episode. You can find all of our socials there. You can also call us on the Gomer phone. That number is
608-622-7669. That's 608 NBA Pony.
rate, review, and subscribe or follow on whatever podcast app you are listening to right now. We want to say thank you to Davis for our music, Jason and Eric for our graphics, Adam, our webmaster, and Annie, much mentioned Annie in this episode, our social media guru. If you want more of the Gomers, you can go back and listen to our 10th anniversary episodes. That was September to October, something like that in 2018. That gives you kind of a taste of the Gomers. Yuck. Not literally, figuratively. And then if you like what you hear, you can go all the way back, and you can subscribe to our second podcast, The Bonus Disc, and support us. That's patreon.com/2gomers. Tons of bonus eps, including perfect movies, small appliance, Royal Rumbles, tons of fun stuff. That's patreon.com/2gomers.
Sweet dude. Yeah, y'all need to get over to the Patreon if you're not, because we just recorded the firm results.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened there, but it was really, really fun. And, you know, we'll probably do more book reports. It was fun to, if you've seen the book, if you've seen the movie, if you read the book, we compare and contrast.
If you want to hear two guys in their 40s giving a book report of a book that was written in 1990, all it's going to cost you is money. Just subscribe to us at patreon.com/2gomers.
I forgot to say that I was reading that at the pool during
Ooh.
swim team practice, and I texted you a picture of that. That was before I got injured.
Yeah.
And you were like, "It's the summer of '93, bro."
Yep. Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
I also read The Firm at the Pool.
Oh, sweet.
Listen, we're one guy sometimes.
Yep. Not bad, dude.
All right, dude. Well, I hope you feel better. Keep recovering.
Thanks so much, dude.
Yeah, great app.
Super fun, man. And remember, everybody, if we can do this, you can do this.
And happy running.
All right, let's clap one more time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
And stop. 1, 2, 3. Clack.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.